It's time for the Daily Show. That's how you know it's Jeremy and Beardo. The Wednesday Daily Show. I hope you're ready for the G&G show. Hey!
That was actually good.
That was good.
Getting better and better.
Good morning. Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. I am your co-host, Jeremy, and I got some very, very negative people here. A lot of people said that there was too much positivity with Ryan, so I was like, let's get some negativity in the house. Let's get some negativity.
Look at Doug.
Doug says,
Dougie
yeah,
B.
baby, sing that intro, Jay.
For a 50!
50!
To start the morning strong.
Yeah, man. Doug B also dropped a 20 and says, let's go. Right there. But yes, it is G&G Daily, and I think we're going to have a pretty fun show today. Jay Saggy Orangutan Titty says, late and long monkey.
Hey, I've been doing
booties.
push-ups, man. We're starting to firm up here. That's all I gotta say.
You're getting a little pumped up.
Yeah, you can see, like I can move them now.
Whoa, hey.
Like we're doing good.
Oh, man. I didn't think
100
it's this
push-ups
kind of show.
3 times a week is like what was my goal for like till
Oh.
November.
I was about to challenge this comment because I was like, well, he was on main event last night, but after what Jay just did, it might be true. Ryan might have quit.
Hey man, I'm trying to get my health. In gear.
Oh man. But anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome into the
Morning.
199 in the chat, representing as always. We got Drunk 3PO in the
Hey.
house. What's up, Drunk 3PO?
That's good. Sorry, last night Tuesday night's main event about an hour before the show. Man, I just was wasn't falling asleep because of the show. It was just I was so tired from the day. So got full of energy today. We're ready to do this. I'm looking at the thumbnail. Man, just seeing Ray on that thumbnail. It's like I got to get to the gym after this. Feeling pumped. You put her next to Optimus Primal or whatever. King Kong.
King Kong.
Oh, it's good. Had a great Tuesday night's main event. Everything was good. It's been a good so far. It's beautiful here in Florida right now.
It is fantastic.
Like I just want to go to like Universal and just like hang out all day.
Yes,
It's so
it is.
nice.
It is wonderful right now. The weather is perfect. I actually would love to go to theme parks right now. May try to do something
perfect.
this weekend, but it really is nice. And yeah, man, we had Tuesday night's main event. So we had Tuesday night's main event, and then Jay couldn't join us for Fortnite.
Yeah.
Beardo was there. Krista was there. We had some good. We only played for we only played
We
4
played like 5
matches
games.
total. I think it was 4, wasn't it? 4 and then maybe 5 with the one that me and Krista ran before you got in. Maybe I don't know.
I think it might have been 5 total because remember we said the last one.
Oh,
we
yeah,
died
and
off
then we-
rip and
yeah,
then we
yeah.
restarted again. So I think it was a total of 5. I only played 4 with you guys.
We won 2,
Mhm.
and the last match, some insane, crazy weirdo like would not miss. Like I had the Ram Rocket, and he still shot me out of the sky. I'm like, whatever, I'm
This is how it
done.
goes.
But we got Fear the Beardo here. What up?
Yes.
Fear the Beardo.
Yes. I will comment on the weather as well. It's been beautiful here. I think on Sunday I walked out and man, it was sunny. It was like 80 degrees, but no humidity. There was like a cool, calm breeze. It's been beautiful here, man. So my first time really, actually, no, I experienced fall last October when we did the meetup, but my first real fall living here, and it's been absolutely gorgeous. The main event was killer last night. Mark with a C just absolutely killed it as well, crushed it, and yeah, man, it's been bless you, Jay. Jay just has to interrupt my intros, man. He can't help himself, can he?
I keep like sorry. Keep going.
But anyways, I'm excited to see what's on the agenda today. Apparently, we have a front runner, a contender for Game of the Year with Kong Skull Island.
Yes,
I might need to jump in and play this game.
Absolutely, it does. It looks it.
Oh, it looks
Listen,
good.
I've heard people say like it's worse than Gollum. Based on what I've seen, I don't know, and I didn't play Gollum, but I don't know if it's worse than Gollum was bad. Gollum was really bad, but Kong Skull Island, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. We're also going to talk about that Disney Star Wars article. I made a video on that yesterday. And yes, I am making videos again. Get used to seeing more videos. No notifications are going to be on this channel anymore because I'm going to be posting so many videos. So I don't really know. And I guess that's a viewer question. Like, how do you deal with it when there's a channel that you want to watch all their videos, but they post more than 3 times a day, or you don't get live stream notifications? I don't really know how that works.
You got to tweet it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we got to start tweeting. I got to start tweeting out videos more.
Every single time you post a video, attach that link.
And then also, I guess you can have it ping your Discord, right? Can't you? Every time I upload a video, it can ping in your Discord. You can ping your whole Discord server.
Can always put it on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
Got 15,000 people there still active.
Ask the Quartering. That's good. That's true.
Yeah.
Ask the Quartering. He posts like 9,000 a day. So we gotta work on that, because even like last night, I don't think we had any notifications for Tuesday night's main event because I had uploaded 2 videos yesterday. But anyway, we will get to that later on. But let me catch up on some of these super chats really quick, and then we'll get into some of these topics. Don't pull a Reuben, says Beardo knows words.
I do.
Eaton Ass says Jay makes things better. Beardo makes them gayer. Undisclosed username. Those vocals are so authentic. Take these flowers. Look at there, Jay.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Man, so they're so happy, Jay. They're so happy. Steel Leg of History says today is my 2nd time they had me walking around carrying something without support. This sometime is probably says this time was an object that was moving slowly and improving. Well, hell yeah, man. We're happy to hear that. Hopefully Jay doesn't make fun of you. He's never done that.
I would never make fun of you.
Yeah.
Never.
Axel Jensen says scanned in. Don't pull a Rubus, says Jay knows the wrong words. Jay Saggy Orangutan Titty says Mark Central Air was a great guest. Hail.
Yeah.
And Tobias Nexus. I keep seeing channels talking about Disney purging woke writers. Any truth to this? Also watch your PA stream finally. Party Animal stream. Would love to see more. You're going to see more on Monday. So we're going to start playing that on Monday nights after Cobra Cast. And for a little while, we'll see how it goes. If people like it, then we'll continue. We'll obviously move back to Mario Kart at some point in time, especially when the new DLC drops, stuff like that. But yeah, Party Animals is pretty fantastic, I will say. Now we got as far as woke writers and Disney purging them. I mean, I don't know who's saying that. I mean, we've been hearing Disney Star Wars is going to be saved for what, 3 years now, Jay, or something like that. It clearly ain't getting saved.
Yes,
it clearly ain't getting saved.
Yeah, it's just shell of it. It's just I like the fact that we have Star Wars, then we have Disney Star Wars. It's just in its own category. That's just where we are.
That's a good way to put it.
And speaking of that, we've got this. Now, I covered this article, but I really wanted to hear what Jay had to say about this article. Now, have you read this article yet, Jay?
I went through the entire Twitter thread, actually. So I bypassed the article and went through the Twitter thread. It's like Last Jedi all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this person is upset that people didn't like Ahsoka. So when it all comes down to it, they were just like, wait, Ahsoka is a girl, they don't like it, so they must be these bad people.
And the thing about it is there's blatant lies in this. There's blatant, like obvious lies, like things that you don't even have to even think about to know that they are just straight up lies. And this is from Geeks of Color writer Andres Cabrera.
Geeks of Color.
And, yeah, exactly. And right here, he says, a lot of people forget this, but there is a direct correlation between the white supremacist crowd and the unbridled hatred of Star Wars sequels. I saw in real time as they scouted out the Disney or the Star Wars fandom as a potential haven for spreading their message of hatred. Now, that one on face value, if you don't follow this stuff, you might, if you're just like an average person reading that. But if you've been following this at all, you understand that people like this guy seeked out Star Wars for their identity politics to hijack it, because that's what social justice always is. That's not the most blatant lie that he said. The most blatant one is this one right here. It started with the straightforward racist approach of hating on The Force Awakens because a black stormtrooper was one of the leads in the movie. When their target audience didn't fall in line with that blatantly racist take, they moved on to good old-fashioned misogyny. They hated Rey. The hatred of Rey became a massive point for Star Wars channels as soon as TFA came out. Absolute fucking lie. TFA was a very popular movie. And all of the discussion before and TFA on YouTube, generally speaking, was theorizing about Rey's lineage, about
it was positive.
Yeah, it was very positive. Very positive. And what was the other one? Snoke. The theories about Snoke.
Yeah.
Oh, he was Darth Plagueis, all of that. Like, again, it's easy now to look back on TFA and realize it was fool's gold. And I know that there were people that were ahead of the curve. Ryan's one of them. He hated it. And there's many other people that I know that hated it, but that doesn't change the fact that the overall narrative around the movie after it came out was generally positive.
It
made $2 billion.
Yeah, and it made almost $1 billion right here in the States. So
yes,
it's like the #1 movie of all time domestically.
Yes.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, and hang on, and the Blu-ray sales broke all type of records. Go ahead, Beardo.
Yeah. No, for The Force Awakens, man. Before that came out, I was super stoked for Finn. I was super stoked that, like, what a stormtrooper is going to, be the Jedi, the main protagonist. I was like, this is dope. I didn't care about his skin color. I wasn't looking that he was black, or I didn't care what it was. I just thought the idea of a stormtrooper turning Jedi was just so fascinating. Like, that was cool. And even when the movie came out, I loved Force Awakens. Like, yeah, like you said, now you look back on it and it was fool's gold, and that's exactly what it was. But I just thought it was a nice refresh at the time of really what it was. And even then, I watched it 4 times in theaters, and the only bit that I really was irritated with was how Rey got the best of Kylo at the end. Kylo, who's apparently had multiple years of training, trained by Luke fucking Skywalker himself, and Rey, who barely just touched the lightsaber, was able to best him. That bothered me. But as far as the movie went at the time, I enjoyed it, and I was super excited for Finn to see what Finn was going to happen over the course of the next few movies. And boy, was I let down.
And I think that most people look back. If you look at like the entirety of the sequel trilogy now, I would say most people liked Finn more than any character in
that would have been the greatest story ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I think
it would have been awesome. Maybe not ever, but you know what I mean. Like compared to as far as Disney Star Wars goes, that would have been like
most people now. If you look back on it, most people now look back and go, one of the biggest mistakes among so many mistakes was the way they treated Finn's character. So where are these racists that are saying like, oh yeah, these fucking ads on Bounding, Jesus guys. But anyway,
time's tough.
I heard that, but so the whole thing with Finn and people being against, like, that is such nonsense. Go ahead.
Here's the thing: when the Little Mermaid had their teaser trailer and it was ratioed all to heck and back, and everyone said it was the white supremacists, it was the racists. If this was true, which we know that's not the case, but The Force Awakens wasn't ratioed on Twitter. No. It wasn't. I think they found a comment that a news agency ran with about, man, I don't know if stormtroopers can be black. And they ran with that, and some news agency ran with that. To this day, I'm still waiting to see the evidence of tons of people in outrage because the stormtrooper was black.
Yeah.
Where were the articles written? Where were the posts? Where was the social media post? I'm sure you can. I'm sure if you dig hard, you could find a single one every now and then, because that's just how the internet is. But no, there was no outrage over that.
Stormtroopers are supposed to be tall anyways. Leia told us that in Star Wars. They're not supposed to be that short.
Well, I think the whole thing was that there were people that were questioning because they were going, oh, well, they're clones.
They're clones.
That's what, like there were people that were questioning, how can a stormtrooper be black if they're cloned that's the perception that the questions
right, that was
were.
the theory.
Yes.
About this guy here, he writes for Geeks of Color. Obviously, people are starting to understand their gimmick, that if you don't like a show that they like, then you're obviously a bad person and you hate other people because of their skin tone or whatever. And they're waking up to these types of idiotic articles and websites that are writing this crap over and over, and they're just walking away, understanding that this is nonsense. These people don't know what they're talking about. So obviously he was like, look, we got to do something. I got to do something to spruce up our numbers, everybody.
Yeah.
I got to do something.
Yep.
Even now, like, these Twitter posts are not like, you get more interaction on your post. Now, if he posted this stuff back, I'd maybe right before the Rise of Skywalker or even afterwards, it probably would go almost, it would probably have hundreds of thousands of retweets and likes and stuff. But now it's like people are just like, we're not falling for this crap anymore, man. You can't point fingers at us and say we're the problem when a company puts out horrifically terrible shows. You can't do it. The numbers don't lie. All right. The rating numbers don't lie. They come out and people's not watching. They've walked away. No one's buying their stupid product. And hey, but before you continue, let me show you. If you haven't seen already, I'm going to share something. You want to know why Star Wars is dumb and it's broken? It's because they keep doing stuff like this. Here are the new comic books coming out for Star Wars. They're going to make Life Day comic books. Look, here's Han and Chewie. Chewie wearing that stupid red robe where they're going to touch a bunch of blue balls for Life Day. Yeah, that's going to bring everybody back to Star Wars.
Yay.
Oh, look, there's Black Chrysanthemum, right? He's the guy who fought Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, surprise, surprise. He's going to play with blue balls too. How about this person here? I have no idea who this is. This is a Bounty Hunters comic book.
Holy crap.
This comic book is supposed to be about bounty hunters collecting bounties, going hard at people, and yet they've turned it into a, hey, we're going to cook a feast for Life Day. Yeah, we're bloodthirsty bounty hunters. Oh, yes, but the best is yet to come. Here's Shmi and little Annie celebrating Life Day as slaves on Tatooine. You know, that's exactly what's going to bring people back to Star Wars. Aren't you glad? Yeah, but, you know, we don't like this stuff, so we're the problem. We're the white supremacists. We're the bad people. We're all this stuff. And this is a Darth Vader comic book. The Darth Vader comic books are supposed to be like, they're a little more on the adult side than they are for the kids side, but yet they decide to go with, hey, let's celebrate Life Day, everybody. That'll bring everyone back.
Oh my God, man.
If you don't know what Life Day is, it came from the holiday special. It was the worst thing that George Lucas ever did. He even admits it. He even says, like, once that thing aired, he goes, never air that again. We're not selling any DVDs. We don't want this thing to exist. We want to nuke it from the planet. Like, this was the most god-awful thing I've ever seen, ever. And that's why you can't buy it. I think it's free on YouTube now. You could go watch it if you want. So
I've never seen it, and I don't want to see it.
To be fair, it's not the worst thing he ever did now.
Well, selling it, I'm saying, like, I guess maybe show produced.
Yeah. No.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Jeremy? What is the worst thing?
Him selling Disney, selling to
okay.
Disney.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing he's ever done.
Yeah. Okay.
Handing it over to Kathleen Kennedy, but I mean the holiday special. I can watch the holiday special now, like I watch Batman and Robin, and I find pure enjoyment out of it and comedy, but it is horrible.
It's bad.
It's really fucking bad. It's really bad. But I do find some enjoyment out of it now. Here's our boy Andres continuing. An important thing to remember is that these takes came from the same people. The same ones who were screaming and crying because there was a black lead in Star Wars movie came from the same spaces of the originators of the hate movement against Rey. That's who we're dealing with. After The Last Jedi, all hell broke loose. The message became even more effective and camouflage talking points that were made to seem more sensible and relatable while still harboring the same theme. They sugar-coated the brazenness of their contempt to appear more reasonable. Now, what he's saying here, he's basically trying to say that all of these racist and sexist, they did a better job of delivering their message, and that's why there was more backlash for The Last Jedi. Another flat out lie. More people just hated The Last Jedi And that's why the backlash was so bad against The Last Jedi, because everyone hated it. And that's what really started all of the big anti-Disney Star Wars movement, was The Last Jedi. But he's trying to spin it and manipulate it and twist it. This is absolute insanity that we're dealing with this all of these years later. And to top it off, the best part of this article is that he ultimately talks about rewriting Ripley as his source. Now, if you know anything about rewriting Ripley, this was a podcast full of Raylos that basically put together this video package of, and it, look, to be fair, they did a better job of storytelling than anything Disney Star Wars, because it started out with a young, like, Ryan Kennel, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed Ryan Kennel, clean-shaven, really kind of just talking about how happy he was, and and then it shifts to him going, "These feminists are," and just screaming with his beard,
basically saying that Ryan was,
it was so
indoctrinated by all of us,
and it was
Steve Bannon controls us all.
Yeah, and it was
Steve Bannon.
It was so
controls Jeremy. He tells Jeremy what to do and like make videos on it.
Yes. It was so good, man. But yeah, so he ends up referencing rewriting Ripley, which is fucking hilarious. But that's the latest on that. And Disney panders to people like that. So Disney will give press passes to someone like that, but they won't acknowledge somebody like Star Wars Theory. You know what I mean? Isn't that that's the beauty of Disney Star Wars right there? The just
crazy.
And to be fair, Disney Star Wars is more profitable than this stream, to be fair, because we just got a super chat from Dan Vask, and Dan Vask has now put us in the negative. Thank you, Dan Vask, for the stream was doing good. We were doing good on super chats. We were doing really well. And then Dan Vask had to come in here, and now I owe more money because Dan Vask and his shitty currency just dropped $1.
Look at that, though. He's spending his birthday money. Shout out Dan Vask. It was his birthday a few days ago, and he said, "You know what? Let me just give. Let me give to my good friends on the internet." So happy birthday, Dan.
No, fuck him.
Sorry, Dan.
I don't respect him at all. There we go. Eric helping overcome the debt that Dan Vask put us in. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Dude,
Shout
listen.
out.
The clip with Jay and Dan, the Chris Benoit comment, is like, it's number 2. Number 1 was Chrissy when she fell for the Chris Benoit. But what was funny was Jay was trying to save Dan, and Dan's like, "Shut up! Let me answer the question." And then Jay's laughing, goes, "All right."
I was like, look him up and spell his name exactly. Like, you have to spell the Benoit name correctly.
Benoit.
Benoit. Doug B.
For 50
to help make up for Dan Vask's debt and super chats. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Doug is saving this channel as we speak now.
Looking out.
Dan's laughing. Tobias says, random question. What do you think a lot of kids shows feature anthro furry characters? Bluey, Daniel, Tiger, mini 90s shows, etc. I plan to look into it for this weekend, but I'd love your opinions.
Why do you think a lot of kids shows feature anthro furry characters?
I mean, generally speaking, animals are, cute, cuddly.
Everybody likes puppies.
Yeah, everybody likes, cute animals. So
I think it's just a way to be creative personification of some animals, and what way to bring animals to life and actually be able to communicate with animals, because you can't in real life. And a lot of these cartoons and TV shows, it's fantasy, it's make-believe. It's like, what if? So it's like, what if you could, if you did have a best friend that was a tiger or something like that? I just think it's just creative writing. I don't think there's any malicious intent behind it.
Well, maybe not back in the day, for sure.
Yeah, not back in the day.
These days, there's malicious intent almost everything. Zootopia, I hated Zootopia. I despised it when I saw it. I thought it was a social justice propaganda film. I've only seen it one time. And this was kind of, when did Zootopia come out? What year did Zootopia come out?
2000. 2012, 2011,
I
2012.
I don't know. It was definitely before like a lot of the it was definitely before a lot of the social justice propaganda was taking over. Gremlin, holy shit. I just saw the
Look at
chat
that,
going crazy.
baby.
Gremlin just dropped 50
50!
gifted memberships. Holy shit.
That's a lot.
That
Dan
is a lot.
Vasquez officially not been able to destroy this channel because of the efforts of the 199.
Let's just
Holy
do some
crap.
quick math here. That's about a $250 donation.
That's a $250
Plus,
donation.
everyone gets free emojis.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
In fact, you can drop the J with blue hair emoji right now in the chat to celebrate all of these new gifted memberships.
And just skip right over the corn one. No reason to use that one.
The Pooh Bear
Thanks.
one too.
No.
No.
Why y'all make fun of the way I talk?
It's because your teeth are crooked, man. We can't
Yeah,
help
that's
it.
true.
No, but like
I need money to go to the dentist.
Jay, I would never, ever, ever make fun of you. It's just not in my
Oh,
nature.
please.
I would never do that.
I think you've made $500,000 on me already.
Oh,
Yeah, look at
yeah.
that. Look at that camel toe. It's massive.
Whoa, that's
Thanks,
not
Krista.
a camel toe. That's a moose knuckle.
I don't know, man. It's like it looks like I've had
it's one of
bottom
these.
surgery.
It's one of these.
Well, you can see the crease, so it's like
You can.
the surgery. Why would you stitch the costume like right there for someone to wear?
Now that's some malicious intent.
Sweet Jesus. Krista. Where the heck do you find that picture like that? Number one. I can only imagine what her search history looks like.
She clears it. She clears it right away.
This picture's so perfect though. Like it almost doesn't look Photoshopped.
Keep scrolling down. Like there's one more. Somebody. One more.
I've seen this.
One more.
No. So, click on the one. Click on the one with click on that
Right
one
here?
and then scroll down.
Yeah, someone put my. There it is.
Tom said
because
historically accurate.
Because I broke. Yeah.
No, because you tripped him.
What did Nerd? What did Erwin say? Check out the new Life Alert ad. What did he do?
Oh my God, he's wrong. What's up, Pooh? Oh my God.
The memes are glorious. That's what G&G is all about, man. That's what G&G is all about. Oh, we talked about this last night during the Fortnite stream. We had Rustlin dropped like 3 or 4 or $100 super chats during Fortnite last night.
Wow, nice.
And he was asking like, what does 199 mean? He found G&G through my D-Day Cobra channel, during Cobra Cast, and I was basically explaining it. I says, I've been talking about this for a while, and Jed, who's backstage right now, I think Jed and Krista we have to, and probably Steph, to be fair, Jed can write the article, but we need Steph and Krista and Jed to kind of work together to create a Geeks and Gamers lore article that will continue to evolve. Like, what is this meme? What happened here? Why does everybody say J Trip Poo? What's the 199 mean? And we just kind of it's just going to continue to evolve and evolve. And that way,
they just need to record a video, put it on Geeks and Gamers Life, and make a playlist. That's all you gotta do.
Too.
Keep it simple, and then just send the people the playlist.
There is so much lore. There's so much lore.
Easy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Tomac for
50.
50. I just finished with Tuesday night's main event. I would like to see the 64 4K. I would love to play Mischief Makers again, but we are getting a game inspired by it. You might want to look up the trailer for Double Shake. Hail Opla and Jay. I hope you liked the change. There you go.
I do too. Speaking of
Tomac, thank you, brother.
Speaking of real quick, just a quick plug here. If you want to listen to Tuesday night's main event, it is now officially on Spotify right here. We've been getting massive responses. Like it started off with like 10 people listening. I think last thing we posted was up over close to 100, and so it's starting to grow over there. So if you have a Spotify or Apple or Apple Podcasts, if that's where you listen. Please give us a follow and a rating. I appreciate those that have already
Is that a
rated
4.8
it.
out of 10 or 4.8 out of 5?
4.8 out of 5.
Thank God.
There you
Bro.
go.
Because we get a lot of our haters. will go,
Yeah, the
so
haters come in and listen, and then they give it. Then they, but
please give us that review. It helps a lot. So
yeah. So it's been going great. So we put up the daily shows, Tuesday night's main event. High Tea goes up there, and some other interviews that we're working on now goes up on the. So you can listen while you're at work if you missed the show or something like that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yes, that's awesome. It's good stuff. Thank you for those ratings. That's great. I was worried. I was like, the 4.8 of 10 or 5 changes the whole perspective on it. So that's really good. It's really good.
And it looks like, because I'm on Spotify right now on my PC, and I'm trying to give it a rating. You can only rate it on your mobile. You can't rate it on the actual Spotify app on your
You
computer.
can. You just have to listen to an entire episode first before they
really?
let you do that.
Okay.
And I just want to say thank you, Geeks and Gamers. We have a higher rating than Gary, so I appreciate that.
We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see how long that lasts. But all right, so that's good, dude. Seriously, Jay is the reason that we have the Spotify. He came to me and he's like, "Why aren't we doing this?" And
we're also
I was
getting ready
like,
to, and we're revamping our TikTok and Instagram things where you'll find like funny clips, serious clips, things of the show. So if those are the things that you enjoy, please go and follow us over there as well. A lot of people are putting in a lot of extra work over here at G&G to rev up those platforms. So we appreciate all the support.
Hell yeah. Gremlin says you should have Little Platoon narrate the lore video as well to make it sound
that's pretty
official.
funny.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
That'd be pretty funny.
That would be
You
pretty
get
good.
Disparu to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Beardo, do you have the super chat list pulled up? So just we can catch up on those, and then we're going to talk about this Kong. This new Kong game.
Oh boy.
Holy crap, it's bad, dude.
Let's see. Archer Blades for 320 from a different currency. What exactly is there to fear of the Beardo? Well, I guess you might find out the hard way. Holocron Jedi for $5. They're really desperate to make the sequels relevant. Lucasfilm called their media friends Andrea Cabanera drank too much Andrea Cabanera drank too much of Lucasfilm's soy milk.
Yeah, I mean, they really are. I mean, they really do want to make those sequels relevant, and it's never going to happen. It will never happen. They have just gotten worse and worse. You've like someone like me. I mean, I very much liked The Force Awakens when it came out, and even afterwards, and going into the Last Jedi, I was fine with it. But after the Last Jedi, and after seeing what they continue to do, I truly despise The Force Awakens now. It doesn't change how much I did like it, because I can't lie about that. I can't retroactively change how I felt, but it was clear that it was fool's gold. It really was. And whatever potential that we thought was there was not there. It never had potential. And that's something that I fell into, was like, oh, it's got potential. Oh, what's going to happen with Luke Skywalker? Yada, yada, yada. It never had potential. We thought it had potential, and that's why we call it fool's gold. But it never really had potential, because they never had a plan. They never knew what they were doing, other than they did have one plan, to be fair. The one plan was that we're going to move as far away from George Lucas Star Wars as possible. That was the plan, and they succeeded in that plan.
Do you think if J.J. Abrams, and I know J.J. Abrams is a little fucking bitch, but do you think if he had control of all 3 movies and he was able to tell his story, that it might have been slightly better than what we got?
Yeah, I mean, slightly better from the shit show that we got, absolutely, because I think JJ's a competent filmmaker. I love his movie Super 8, Mission Impossible 3. I even like the Star Trek movies. But
I think the first one was good. The second one was eh.
Yeah, it would have been better. It still wouldn't have been good. You know what I mean?
I think it would have been handled a little bit better. Maybe some more respect to certain characters.
The thing is that these people have gone so far in Lucasfilm's butthole that they can't find themselves out. So they cannot take an L. It's the same behavior that we see from Hollywood. Same behavior we see from Director X, from anyone that makes a show that sucks. They cannot literally go out and say, we made a bad show, or we'll try harder. The only time I think I've remembered, and there might be others, was Sonic. When Sonic released their trailer, it was terrible. The fans reacted. We didn't like that. This doesn't look good. What did they do? They said, we hear you loud and clear. We're going to change the movie. So they pushed it back another, 6 to 8 months, almost a year, rechanged the movie. And because they listened to the fan base, everybody went. I had no issue. I had no plans on watching Sonic, but because they did that, I went and saw the film, and I actually enjoyed it. And then they made a second one, and I believe they're making a third. So but these people they cannot take an L to save their life. They have to pass the blame. It's not our fault. The show is good. It's their fault. YouTubers are causing people to downvote it. It's their fault. It's his fault. It's his fault because he's an old white guy. It's his fault because it's crazy to me to see this, that when people put out a bad product, that they can't sit back and look and say, how do we make this better? How do we adjust? How do we change? But they just don't do that. They constantly put out bad product. Yeah. And it's just like this pride comes before destruction. I say this over and over, and it's like they're seeing that. Disney loses almost $1 billion in movies the past few years. They're raising prices on their Disney parks because they don't know what else to do to make money. So they're like, let's just raise the prices on everything. And it's just a constant flow of losing. Lucasfilm, Ahsoka was supposed to be, again, their Star Wars savior. And the ratings come out. It did worse than the Book of Boba Fett as far as like people watching. So it's like, eventually, I think I hope that somebody will sit back and go, we got to change everything because this ain't working anymore. It's not working. These people just cannot admit that they put out a bad product. So it's crazy to me to see this.
Going back to Sonic real quick, do you guys buy into the conspiracy about the Sonic movie?
What's the conspiracy?
I don't even know what that is.
The conspiracy is apparently, I believe Paramount put out the movie. I'm not sure what studio actually made it, but Paramount, they were the bigger studio that put it out. Apparently, they felt like people weren't going to be that excited for a Sonic movie because video game movies have just been done so terribly. So this is the conspiracy. They purposely put that bad Sonic out there and then changed it to try to get the media going and to get the circulation of conversation going.
Because it cost them way too much money to do that.
I'm just saying it's a
and
conspiracy.
They're not that smart.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
They're not that smart. The Hollywood's not that smart. If they were that smart, we would see them doing this a lot more.
Well, they were smart enough to change it.
They were the director who, when you could tell how genuine he was when he went on Twitter and made the tweets and everything. This was not like a PR firm that was behind this. This was a genuine, organic reaction to it at all. But I don't believe any Hollywood studio is smart enough to play that game. Because we would see better results across the board. We wouldn't be seeing them screw up the biggest IPs in the world. I just think that they went for something different with Sonic, and it backfired massively on them. And luckily, the creator, the creative person behind it, recognized it and made the right moves. It didn't turn out to be a great movie. It was a fine movie.
It was just fun.
It's all right. It's good.
Yeah.
But they also took massive backlash for changing it, saying, how dare you appeal to angry people online. Other studios came out and like, we can't do it like this. Sonic, you shouldn't be doing this because now they'll expect us to change our work. Well, it's crazy that they experienced that much backlash over. They basically just changed the CGI of Sonic himself to make it look like the Sonic that we all know.
Right.
So it's like,
conspiracy or not, them just doing that in the first place did put the movie in better graces with people. Like the fact that they did listen and they did change it. People like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll go see this movie now.
That's exactly. Exactly.
So whether they did it intentionally or not, the result was still kind of the same.
But see, what we have now, sorry, Jeremy, I didn't mean to cut you. But what we have now is we have Marvel stepping up and saying, we're going to have to bring back our old characters. We're going to have to bring back, because that's all they know. they just were like, well, we made money with Iron Man and all them. Maybe we'll just bring them back in the multiverse and we'll be back in good graces with everything. It's like, I don't know who they hire these activists and not creative people, people that don't read the comics or whatever, and assume that this is how it should be. It boggles the mind to see this. Like I said, we just showed the Life Day comic books from Star Wars, like that's going to bring people back to comic books and Star Wars. It's insanity.
I think the sad reality is, though, when they do inevitably bring RDJ back to play Tony Stark in whatever future Avengers movie that they're going to do, like Secret Wars or whatever, and they're going to bring back Chris Evans and they're going to have Tobey Maguire in there and all that, like all the rumors, like, unfortunately, people will flock to that shit.
I disagree. I disagree. They had freaking Anakin Skywalker show up in Ahsoka and people didn't care. They didn't care.
It might be a little different for a TV show than a movie.
I don't know. I'm kind of... Star Wars has been more damaged than the MCU.
I agree.
So Jay's right on that front, obviously, because Hayden Christensen, man, like, if
love seeing him on the screen.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
But nobody cares. But nobody cares.
That's what I'm saying.
But I do think that Disney's been more damaged than Marvel.
Superhero films are majorly damaged right now. They are bombing out of this world. Blue Beetle, like the numbers for Blue Beetle were like laughable.
Well, Blue Beetle was going to be a dumpster fire.
It doesn't matter,
anyways.
but that's not what they thought. They thought like superhero films are going to be, that's the $1 billion golden goose that they had. Marvel, the article just came out where they were like, we were shocked that nobody liked Ant-Man Quantumanium because that was going to be the whole reset to Marvel, and it just wrecked their plans. That movie bombed to all heck too. I thought that movie was god awful. All right, and it's like they thought that was going to be, the catalyst to push them through this next phase. Loki season 2 is out right now, and it's like nobody cares.
So
nobody cares. You bring back Iron Man and all that. It's like I don't think anyone's gonna care, man.
See, I'm really torn on this because normally I would challenge Jay on the Robert Downey Jr. one because of Tobey Maguire coming back, but Michael Keaton, and I just saw Gung Ho Mag say it. Michael Keaton couldn't save Flash, and I was convinced that was going to be a huge hit. To Jay's point, Michael Keaton came back, and he couldn't. Flash was a massive disaster. I still believe that Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man carries all-time weight. I still have a hard time believing Robert Downey Jr.
I'm telling you,
but you've got the Michael Keaton.
I'm telling you, it's not going to work anymore because they keep bringing back dead characters and everybody's sick of it. It's like, what's the point in watching these films or being invested? Because if somebody dies, they'll just bring him right back. I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't matter anymore. Like the heroic death scene of Iron Man in Endgame, was the end of an awesome 12-year run of Marvel from Iron Man to Endgame. And then it's like, there's no stakes anymore. There's none. So why care? Like, why care if they're going to bring people back and it's like, oh, well, he's back from the dead again. Here we go. Like, let's just do it again. That's where I think I wouldn't care. I freaking loved Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I liked, even though Iron Man 3 was like really against the comics, and the villains and all that stuff, I still enjoyed it because I like seeing that on the big screen. But I just would have zero interest if they were like, oh, he's coming back in whatever war they're gonna try to pull this time with Kang. It's like, whatever.
I do think there would be a bump, but I also
we
Tom
thought there was going
Hiddleston.
to be a bump with Hayden Christensen too.
Yeah, and I'm making your point though. I mean, says Tom Hiddleston as Loki is Loki. When Loki first came back, you know what I mean? Like, people watched it. Nobody gives a damn now. And Tom Hiddleston as Loki was a rock star.
Of
and
course.
Now nobody cares.
But
he also died in Infinity Wars, and they brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
And what Loki did, what people don't realize, what Loki did was completely trash those 12 years in like the second episode when he's walking around and he opens up the desk drawer and they're like, oh yeah, look at all these Infinity Stones. We have they're everywhere. Like they're paperweights here. And you're like, you really just completely trashed the 12 years of what made Marvel so great in literally 5 minutes. And it's just like, and you wonder why people have walked away. You wonder why people just don't care anymore. You wonder why when you offer a $199 Disney Plus for a few months that people didn't even care to sign up for that. And now your thought process is, let's raise the rates. You know, everyone got that email. Apparently Disney Plus is raising the rates next month or December or wherever it is. So it's just like, you know, I'm just saying. It's the stupidest business I have ever seen, and it's crazy to me because the stories are there. There is amazing stories, right? We say this about Star Wars. We can say this about as a person that collected Marvel comics and all that stuff. It's like it was perfect. And now that they've cracked open the multiverse, which it works in the comics and it did work in the Spider-Man film, they could have kept it in that movie. They literally could have kept that multiverse in that movie to make the Spider-Man nostalgia stuff that we saw fine, and then just shut it down, and that would have been the end of it. But the fact that they're toying with this now, and the only reason why they're doing this is to bring back dead characters because they don't know what else to do.
Yep.
They don't know how to make money. They don't know like what people want to see. They're scrambling over. All these activists are scrambling because they know they're about to lose their jobs because their money's not there anymore. No one's going to the theaters to watch this mess. They're watching Barbie and Oppenheimer and other things. It's just like they don't know what to do. So, yeah, they'll tease. Come see Iron Man one last time on the big screen and come see Thor and all. It's like, man, it's too late for that. That could have been a cool thing, but everybody knows what you're doing now. And that's really sad. So it's really sad. Anyway, sorry, rant over.
Hey, it's a great topic because I am 100% torn, man, because I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I do think that there's still value from a normie standpoint of Robert Downey Jr. returning as Iron Man. And I'm fascinated to see if it would work because, again, though, I was convinced Michael Keaton would be huge and it flopped. And the MCU is, I mean, look at how bad Guardians performed opening weekend. You know what I mean? And yeah, they got it together because it was good. I don't even know if it would be good if they brought Robert Downey Jr. back. I know it would get a lot of attention and a pop, but would it actually be good?
No, I don't think they can count on it being good. It won't be good, but I think that without a doubt, they're going to bring him back. They will.
Well, I believe you because they have nothing else. They're not creative. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's bizarre to see that they apparently spending all this money on people to create stories and they don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That boggles the mind. It's like, yeah, what we got Iron Man to Endgame was like, we probably will never see that again in our lifetime.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And not all the movies were great. I give you that, but they kept a story. They kept most of it, together. And we had a beginning and we had an end.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like all over the place. So it's wild to see like what is happening.
Well said, Jay. Well said. All right, let's catch up on super chats.
Yep.
And then we'll talk about King Kong.
Caius Nelson for $5. Some cash for y'all to buy the rights to Star Wars. Should be worth about this much after all of Disney's damage, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Over for $5. Watched Killers of the Flower Moon last night, and it was so good. So fucking good. Easily the best movie I've watched in the last few years since Joker.
Damn.
That's the new Scorsese movie, right?
That's the one with Leo in it.
Yeah.
The one I got ratioed for. Yeah. I think it's Scorsese, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I got I got ratioed on that on clips because I was saying that I didn't like Leo's accent.
Sophie for $2. What's up, my fellow cultists? How you doing? Don't pull a Reuben for $2. Fear the corn. Thank you. Jay's massive moose knuckle for a $1.99.
It's massive.
It was this or Beardo's bussin' bonus hole.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Don't pull a Reuben for another $5. Jay, it's not that they can't take an L, it's that they're taking nothing but L's.
Yeah, but that was my point, is that until they look in the mirror and say, we are putting out something terrible and change it, they will continue to put out L's and pat themselves on the back saying, it's good. These people are just racist. That's literally the argument. It's crazy.
Yep. Darian Murphy for 5. Tara Strong, who is Jewish, just got fired on Twitter from an animated show for comments about supporting Israel. Yeah, I did see that. That happened a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. Tara Strong is a legend in the voice acting community. She's voiced several just insane characters, so it's terrible. Mike Hum Smells for $2. Ugly Sonic in the Chip and Dale Disney Plus movie was great. Yeah, I saw that. You guys remember that?
What was it?
In the live action or CGI Chip and Dale's movie, they went to like a Comic-Con and the Ugly Sonic was there like signing autographs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I saw that clip on social media.
Yeah. Raylo Lover for 5. How dare you speak about Raylo, you racist D-Day Cobra. You are all terrible. Don't send your money here. I'm an example to not send it here for 5.
Okay.
Thank you. Raylos are weird.
And Solo lost money. Tobias Nexus for $5. Bring back westerns, the hardened farm hand, the lone drifter with a mysterious past, and a fast hand. One in one duels in the street at high noon. Yeah, all those Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns are pretty awesome. Ministry of Wrong Thinking for a $1.99. They could bring back Stan Lee and it wouldn't help.
Yeah. Sad but true.
Jay Tapia for a $1.99. I agree with Jay. No one would care anymore.
All right, I got something to show real quick. So, Game of the Year does release in a few days, and check it out. So, IGN says Super Mario Brothers Wonder feels like a 21st century successor to Super Mario World, and I'm not sure I can give it a higher compliment than that. And then also, the Metacritic scores are in for Wonder, and it is currently at a 93. 93 on Metacritic with 78 critic reviews. Bro, don't tell me that if you are going to, like, I personally still think Super Mario World might be the best game ever made. It's right there with Half-Life 2. And if you're telling me that this is in the ballpark with Super Mario World, whoo, dude, honestly, like, I don't think we've appreciated how good of a year it's been for video games overall. Like, it's been a stupidly good year for video games. Stupid.
Yeah.
In fact, I know we talk about Mario Wonder, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man, Tears of the Kingdom, but the true game of the year might be right here. The new King Kong game is game of the year material. Jay, are you excited to play this?
Yeah.
This could be one of the greatest games ever made right here, ladies and gentlemen. Cutting edge graphics, incredible cinematics, incredible cutscenes. This right here.
Did he just fart there? Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. Now
Wait,
he's got
was
his
that
ass crack filled with dirt?
Is that real?
Yes.
How much is this game, Beardo?
$40.
What?
Well, it started at 40 and they've already cut it in half to 20.
Wow.
Did you see his face?
What the freak?
This is so bad.
No, it's not on Steam. It's $32.
So
it's
32.
It's discounted 20%.
Oh my gosh. What is that? A turd?
It's a condom.
Does your condoms look like that, Beardo? I need to have a private talk with you later. Oh my God! It doesn't even get better. Is this game?
No, hang on. There's more. Oh wait, there's more.
I
All
saw
right.
Az playing a little bit of it. I was like,
Yeah,
I thought
like
it was a joke.
That's
a game you would buy on Steam for $6.99.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. It's
Should be
really
free to
bad.
play.
Yeah, free to play. That's right. What?
What? What?
What did he do there?
What?
He pooped?
Yeah, so I saw this, and when I saw some of the gameplay, it reminded me of something, and I just thought, okay, sure. It reminded me of that GI Joe game that I reviewed a few years ago. Do you remember that?
I do not.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually bought
Okay.
that game because of your review.
Yeah. So a GI Joe game, and I complimented like the cinematics. I complimented like the story and the characters, but the game
Gameplay was
sucked.
rough.
I
Yeah.
roasted it so bad. The company reached out to me
Yeah.
and asked me for feedback, which I thought was cool because I was very fucking mean. Okay. I was not nice about the gameplay at all. But when they reached out, I thought it was cool. It's the same fucking company that made this game. It's the same fucking company. Game Mill. It's the same company. Here we go. This is so bad.
I have no words. I actually probably would do really well with this game. The music, man. Come on. That's a little... Why does he fart when he walks?
Come on, just try. Just try to make it. Just give it a good old college try.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
Even the plants are farting.
All right. Tom's in the chat. Tom, I need you to play this game.
This is so bad.
What is that? A little sheep? He just walked over.
But it gets worse.
Oh no.
Okay. It
Oh,
gets
no.
worse. Let me find it. There's one right here. All right. What? Why am I full screen?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
I didn't do that. You're doing that, Jay.
I swear to God, I
you
did not
kick-
touch
Hey,
anything.
where'd I go?
I didn't touch
kick-
anything.
You kicked the beardo. You kicked
No,
the
I
beardo.
did not.
All right.
I
So
know I
right
joke
here.
around, but I don't want to mess the stream up.
Right here. Okay, first of all, this is pretty funny. Perhaps I treated you too harshly, Nolan. Perhaps I treated you too harshly, but check this one out right here. Check this one out.
What?
His eyes, dude.
How does that look like Beardo when he sniffs his rocks? Yeah, that's what your eyes look like. Look at Beardo. It's like when he sniffs his rocks. It's like...
Oh my God. Now,
So
check this out. Check this out, though. Watch this. Okay. This is from the PS2.
We're trapped!
This is King Kong from the PS2. This looks better than a game that came out in 2023. This is from the PS2.
We're headed straight for him!
It looks better.
Wow. So much better.
This King Kong game is bad. This King Kong game is bad. I want to play it. I personally want to play it. I missed out on Gollum, and I really, really, really want to play it. But Game Mill made that G.I. Joe game. And what was the title of that fucking game? It was Game Mill G.I. Joe. Let's see. It was G.I. Joe Operation Blackout. And I made a video about it, and I roasted the hell out of the gameplay. But I did say like the characters and everything was good, and I do think the character treatment was very good, and the cinematic cutscenes were really good. But as a game, it was awful, and it's the same fucking company, which is wild. But that's where we are. So I'm gonna look into that more.
The crazy thing is that they get the license IPs for the unless King Kong
How?
is like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you get a G.I. Joe license and make G.I. Joe should have a freaking awesome co-op game. Like, I don't know why we are missing that in our world right now.
It's mind-blowing.
You have the characters, you have the story, you have everything. There should be like a Call of Duty style G.I. Joe game. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. Like,
well, but see, like this is what frustrated me about about Operation Blackout. These are the cutscenes from the game.
Yeah.
Status report, dial tone. All teams have reached their
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is fucking fantastic.
rallying points across the globe. A crashed satellite, maybe?
So in the game,
We have captured a good.
This is excellent. All this is excellent, but the game itself is fucking horrendous.
in the
Go ahead.
gameplay, I think you pick like your two people at the same time, and you can transfer back and forth, and you basically just shoot. It's pretty. It's
Yeah.
pretty lame.
But yeah, I mean, like, how do they get licensing for Lord of the Rings, King Kong,
Yeah.
G.I. Joe? How does this happen? You know?
I was just trying to look for the budget of this game. Cannot find it anywhere. In every article, they're just talking about how bad it is. But I mean, maybe I'm not doing well enough of a search, but I can't find the budget that this studio spent on making this game. It can't be much. And the thing is, like, putting out something like this, like, don't you want to be like proud of something you do?
That's what I'm saying. Like
you're making
Yeah.
this, and it's like, where is your pride and dignity of having that? Like, you are responsible for this, and you're putting it out there. It's like, how can you not be proud of what you're making? It boggles my mind.
I think they have found a way to generate money by paying a lot of money for a license and then putting out a crappy game. It's like a cash grab.
Yeah,
you guys want to?
They just put the budget right in their back pocket.
You guys want to see the gameplay for the G.I. Joe game? The gameplay is going to look better than it actually is playing.
It's a what? These are one button. As said it best on his stream. These are one push button games.
Yeah, the
So
game
basically you just push A. That's all.
This is gonna look a lot better because, like I said, I complimented the atmosphere, the character animations, and the cutscenes. It's the gameplay that's horrendous.
There's nothing to do on this game but just shoot. Yeah, all they do. See, he's just shooting. That's all you do.
It's horrendous and clunky and
There's nothing else to do though. That's all I'm saying. It's like you just they just keep bringing more. And see, there's your partner that you can push a button to switch over to him.
But even these graphics look better than the King Kong.
They do.
graphics.
They do. No, this is what I said. Like the game itself, like in terms of the atmosphere and the animations
It looks
and
cool.
the art is fantastic. It's the gameplay is so fucking bad. It's terrible. It's awful. And to me as a G.I. Joe fan, like I just playing as a G.I. Joe character and being in the G.I. Joe universe is a huge win for me. And even I couldn't really enjoy this game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's very boring.
Yeah. So it's really not good. It's really not
Man.
good. But anyway, that's the latest on I'm going to do a bit. I'll probably do a longer video on this whole King Kong thing because there's a lot more stuff I wanted to get into on it, but it's funny. It's really funny.
You should play it
So I think I will.
and put some of your gameplay in that video.
I think I will.
That'd be hilarious.
All right, let's finish up on super chats.
All right, let's do it. Don't pull a Reuben for $2 says redonk you lus. Beardo friendly spelling. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that for taking it easy on me. Bant the salesman for $2. Thanos killed Loki. This is an alternate Loki. Yes, but it's still the same. It's still the same thing. It's going to be the same thing if they bring Tony Stark back. It's going to be an alternate Tony Stark. If they bring Captain America back, it's going to be an alternate version of him. Godzilla's greaser for $2 because Raylo Lover told me not to. Well, thank you for the $2. Shout out to Raylo Lover. Jade Tapia for a 199. Game of the year. You said Spider-Man wrong, Jeremy. Horny Alf. Horny Alf for a 199. Nice to see they're still releasing N64 games. Hey, don't disrespect N64 games.
Yeah, I heard that.
Story Arc Welder for $2. Dragon Force dropped the Zelda song. It slaps. Might have to give that a listen.
Mm-hmm.
Obsidian Disorder for $2. Scanning in at the Amazon warehouse. Hail to the 199. Thank you, Obsidian.
Check this out. Look at here. A live action remake of Frozen is rumored to be in the works for Disney. Jeez.
So my question is which one are they going to race swap?
Yeah, I heard that. Like,
yeah, well, Jeremy, I'm going to one-up you. And we do not need to comment on this. we'll just let it do the talking. There is a live action Tarzan rumored to be in the works at
Oh
Disney.
my God, man.
We don't have to say anything. I dare you, Disney. I freaking dare you.
Oh my goodness.
And you all know what I'm talking about.
They won't do it to Tarzan. They'll do it to
I
Jane.
dare you.
I want this to happen. Please make it happen.
They will not.
Disney.
They will not do it to Tarzan.
I don't.
But
You know what,
without a
Beardo?
doubt,
I
they'll
gotta
do it to
disagree with you.
Jane.
I gotta disagree with you.
I
Every
think
time
it would
I
just-
say I don't think they'll do it, they do it.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's a good point. Blake Barrett for $2. The new Donkey Kong game looks amazing. Hey, don't disrespect Donkey Kong like that. Ministry of Wrong Thinking for a 10. You might hate Lizzo's acting and singing, but you can't say she isn't well-rounded.
Excellent point.
Good one. Good one. Genie the Book for a $2. Roger Rabbit, Space Jam, Chippendales equals a trilogy. Okay. Take it for 2. Wonder flowers definitely eat more corn the long way. Thank you. Butterbiscuit for 5. Jeremy, I mentioned it months ago to have Steph clip out the memes and make a playlist. Now it's going to be even harder because all of the new ones. You're a slacker.
I blame Steph.
When in doubt, just blame Steph. But that's not what you said last night. When in doubt, blame you. That's what they're
true.
doing. They're just following your instructions.
That is true. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, if it's something's wrong at G&G, it's my fault. So for the 5 people again that's crying over a tweet that was deleted where a mistake was made, my fault. There you go. That's it.
Carnivore Trucker says I missed his super chat. I don't see it in here. Jed, I don't know if you have it. Carnivore Trucker. I don't know. It didn't go through. I don't have it on my spreadsheet. So
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I got it. The MCU died with Tony and Star Wars died with Han.
it's a good
Right
point.
There. Right
Good
there.
point. Dem Joneses for 4 months says Boyega wasn't a main. He was Ant-Man. I remember how he shrunk in both images and in the role.
For people asking for the content of the tweet was is a tweet about this Call of Duty player that was accused of something, and there was a self-deletion, and there's a lot of inaccuracy around the reporting of the story and the place where we were sourcing it from, and so yeah, it was just a mistake, and it was removed as soon as we realized that there was a lot more substance to it that was not really fully understood. So. It happens.
And that's all it is, a mistake. Sergio Garcia for 2 months. I am green. Thanks, Doug B. Shout out to Doug B, man. TJ for 13 months. I'm so happy you started the daily live streams. I love it, and I never miss it. Definitely one of my favorites. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for the kind words, TJ. Jesus Rosado for 2 months. Early access Steam games cannot be reviewed or given scores, but you can buy them and spend money on the microtransactions too, no limit. It lends itself to scams. Thank
Jeremy,
you.
Dan Vass is in the chat. He is really begging for your attention.
No, but I see CK win. That's it. Can I clip your explanation part out? It might catch you some heat.
Just clip it out, send it to Dan, and have Dan tweet it.
I'm sure the same 5 people that have been crying about it for the past fucking 3 days will clip it out and retweet each other and make themselves feel important. So, go for it.
Class C Radio for 5 months. Great show this morning, guys.
Thank you.
Jolly Roger for 11 months. Jeremy, I just sent you a link on X. It's going to provide an in-depth look at the scale of production Daily Wire can bring to the table for their Snow White. It's highly recommended.
Okay. I do wonder how good of how much they're going to bring to the table on that for sure. But I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I'm excited.
Sorry.
I was going to say, there's a lot of people saying, much respect to G&G. Like, I don't think we deserve respect for just, recognizing a mistake was made. I mean, maybe it's because a few other people are willing to do it, but yeah, so it's just, we're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. And if you're looking for perfect, go to Hollywood because they're all perfect. None of us are perfect around here. We're going to make a lot of mistakes, and we'll own them if we're able to recognize it and catch it. And we'll always be as transparent as possible about it. Nothing to hide around here. We never pretend to be anybody we aren't. We're just regular people trying to do the best we can. G&G has grown far beyond anything I ever thought it would grow into. And so as things happen and you got more and more eyes on you and everything like that, that just comes with the territory. You just need to be as transparent as possible. That's all.
And you can't please everybody.
Yep. Damn right.
Steel Leg of History for $5. Jay, if I told you what I had to carry today during my exercise, it would get memed worse than you have. But here it was a tube filled with water. Have fun. All right. Thank you, Steel Leg of History, for the little fun fact of the day. Faux Peasy for $1 over on Rumble. It was cool to see you guys have Lexington Steel on Tuesday night's main event last night. Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Beardo, your hairline is looking like Vegeta's these days. Well, see you later.
Is that a compliment or?
I have no fucking clue.
Vegeta's pretty badass.
Vegeta is badass. Vegeta has a widow's peak though.
Yeah, Vegeta's pretty badass.
I mean, shit. I actually addressed this on one of my Resident Evil 4 gameplay videos I uploaded the other day on my channel. From where I was in March to where I am now, I can assure you, my hairline has improved. Stress-free, more stress-free environment, getting a little bit healthier, surrounding myself with better people within the G&G, better friends. It's amazing what surrounding yourself with good people can do to your health. Wesley for $5. They won't race swap Tarzan. No way they can have a person raised by apes played by a black person.
I hope. Hey, listen. I just think representation is important. Disney, you've been telling me that for a long time. So representation's important. Let's go.
Let's see, and I believe we're caught up.
We got Dr. Dog Water TV over on Rumble. Just came in for $5. Says Jeremy, you can't seriously be confused why a bunch of rich, uneducated Marxists won't make a G.I. Joe show. I'm not surprised at all. No, 100%. I mean, I'm not. It's frustrating because a proper G.I. Joe movie would be it would be like Top Gun Maverick. You know what I mean? It would be incredible. It would be incredible right now. It's just frustrating that we're never going to see that, at least in the foreseeable future. Is this like Steph? You want to pop in here for a minute? I see what you just posted. So is this legit?
Yeah, it's from his Instagram.
All right, I haven't even heard this, so we're just going to watch this. This is from Will Smith.
It's on the G&G Twitter too, if you makes it easier.
Here we go, right here. Here we go. This is from Will Smith official statement.
Yes. Here's the thing. So, my opinion of the.
That's it. Trying to distance himself.
You see that? Apparently, they're doing a tell-all book.
Yeah, that's why Jade is in the news all the time. She's out there promoting her book.
Yep.
That was bad. Will, this poor man is broken, man. He's broken. He's broken.
Yep.
This is, if you guys were wondering who MCU fan is, this is MCU fan right here. It's MCU fan. Keep Krista's name out your damn mouth, as Bill said last night. No, I'm giving you credit.
You stole my joke.
I'm giving you credit.
Okay,
you said it in front of like 1,000 people. So
this is true.
But yeah, it's funny as hell. So that's MCU fan right there.
Was he supposed to be doing like a little joke, like a callback to iRobot?
I'm not sure. I don't know what he's. Dude, Will Smith is so far gone. It's crazy. Roscoe says Director X is Tarzan. All right, what else we got? Is that it? Is that all of them?
We're caught up.
All right. Let me see. What did you get? Butter biscuits? Let's see. Butter Biscuit, you guys made a mistake. I'm unsubbing right now, LOL. Seriously, though, always love the authentic you guys show. Authenticity you guys show. You always have. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, we're just normal, regular people just trying to, do our thing here on the internet. And the internet will always hold you accountable. And I have no problem with people on the internet holding me accountable as long as it comes from a good place. But you can tell when people are operating on bad faith. You just can. And
John Papa Sergio for a 199. American Ninja 1985 is the best Snake Eyes movie.
I don't know if I've seen American Ninja. I think somebody told me to watch that. Chernobog for a 199. Please play more Party Animals. That was the funniest shit ever. It was, and you will be getting more of that. No worries.
Rippa liked it, man. Rippa had a good time.
Yeah.
Butter Biscuit for 5. I take it back. I can't believe you praise Vegeta. Dude gets his butt wiped on almost every single episode, and even in the manga. I can't stand him.
Butter Biscuit turned on us.
I think Vegeta's pretty dope.
I like Vegeta.
Linko Kenobi for a 50.
50.
Oh my goodness. What is up, guys? Jay, you're 100% right about Marvel. Beardo looking forward to Spider-Man 2. Don't listen to Jeremy about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Spider-Man will be game of the year. Jeremy, love your show. Hail Geeks and Gamers 199.
Right back at you, brother. Right back at you.
Thank you, Linko.
Well, the good thing is you're gonna get Super Mario Wonder coverage from me. You're going to get Spider-Man 2 coverage from Beardo. And that's the most important thing here. There's a lot of good games out there. And Jay's going to cover King Kong, the Rise of Kong, Skull Island. All right. So with that said, another episode of Geeks and Gamers Daily in the books. We appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this show with this amazing panel of astute, amazing human beings.
Oh yeah.
Like
Look at that
Jay.
vocabulary.
Hey, I might not be as dumb as Jay looks. I might not.
Shut up.
What do you got going on, Jay?
I don't know yet.
We didn't miss Linko Kenobi's 50.
we just read it. We just read it, CK.
I'm making videos again on my channel, just like Jeremy, and I don't know what to do today. So
make a King Kong video.
Every time you gave me a suggestion, my videos tank. Just FYI. History of Pirates is doing great though, so check that out. Jeremy just left. Did he freeze? Anyway, make sure you check us out on Spotify and everything Geeks and Gamers. The link tree should be somewhere on this site. There's probably something that you might have missed if you like being a geek or a gamer.
Oh, that was great, Jay. Great job. Beardo, what do you got going on?
Yeah, man, it's going to be exciting next couple of days. Tonight, we have the Geeks and Gamers Titanfall 2 stream, which is almost kind of like a mini like little premium night. You know, we get to play with some of the fans in the chat. If you guys play Titanfall 2 on PC, we do start the stream just playing with us, but then we will end the stream playing with the fans. So if you guys have Titanfall 2 on PC, you can join the 199 clan and you can play with us. So that's fun. Tomorrow morning, obviously daily again, followed by High Tea with me and Jay.
Yes.
And then tomorrow night, a very exciting night, Spider-Man 2 drops at 12 a.m. Thursday night, Friday morning at 12 a.m. And I will be doing a live stream over on my Kick and YouTube. So it's gonna be a fun next couple of days, man.
There we go. I'm about to drop this video over on my Cobra Cast channel. Or
I've been
BA
waiting
Cobra
for that.
channel. So this is dropping as soon as daily ends. This is a super cut of the disaster on Cobra Cast the other night. Here, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek.
There he is. Fucking Jed. You can answer for your crime.
It's your fault, Jed.
What's up, Dan?
Where'd the bone go? Where'd the bone zone go? Okay, there it is. 16 seconds.
Before the stream started, we had a 6-minute monologue about how my head looks like I have Down syndrome. So Ryan was telling me,
but he's better to people with disabilities than me.
You just didn't say anything while it was not there. You just let me sit there.
I thought you were figuring stuff out. Ryan wants to cuss me out right now, like horrible. He's trying not to look like I have Down.
Well,
Wow.
welcome, everybody. Brock just dropped 50 gifted fucking memberships, by the way.
Holy shit!
This is
You're
it.
welcome,
This is
Jeremy.
it. So I'm about to drop that full
Yeah, maybe I
video
don't want
right
to
now.
watch it.
It's really good. It's really good. Jay is the meme.
Forever
king.
linked to that Quantum Leap video.
We do have one more last super chat that came in from Donut Swan for $5. Why do you guys all have the same? I'm not going to say this word because it's YouTube. Why do you guys all have the same gay spelled Ghey? Just for the algorithm. Why do you all have the same blue and pink backlighting? My mom needs a real man, Jeremy, not a tutu wearing sausage lover.
Bisexual lighting is the proper term, okay?
Yeah, come on, be inclusive.
Bisexual lighting is the proper term. All right, so there you go. And it's because we get $5 super chats asking us about it. So why wouldn't we have it?
Yeah.
All right. And again, let's see. Thoughts hang on. Thoughts on fitness with Nigel says, Jeremy, love your channels. D-Day Cobra Ad Lib Friday was the GOAT at age 60. I have to be one of your oldest subscribers. Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe not. I don't
60
know.
years young? Come on, man.
That's pretty young. That's pretty young. It's pretty young. So we'll see. The chat will tell you right now if that's the case or not. But all right. So we're gonna end it there. D-Day Cobra. It's gonna go live here in the next 5 minutes as soon as the stream ends. Have those notifications on. I think you're going to enjoy it. Erwin from Nerd Wars crushed the edit once again. And the whole premise is that AOC destroyed my channel with a fart. So that's what we're going with right there. Gary is the oldest, says Dan Bass. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you for Cobra Cast early tonight and then for Titanfall 2 later. Have a good night. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.